Okay, can everyone see my screen? No, because I'm not sharing.
No.
Not yet.
It actually works better if I share it.
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, this is actually uh, an important uh, topic. Um, it's not too difficult, but please pay attention. This is something that you will be doing for every um, school, every organization you're onboarding, every school you're adding to bringing in RoboSensei.
Wheel them around my garden.
So, onboarding a school, what does it involve? So, let's say Mr. Mr. Adesena, you have a school that wants to that you are implementing RoboSensei in their school, right? So what you need to do, let's say the school's name is, give me a name for the school. Any name?
Can try.
Hello,
You can try
hello, Grace High School.
I guess as much.
That's true. Yeah. We have those 3 schools. Yeah, I forgot. That's right. So you actually are going to have to do these things. Actually, and Mr. Kingsley has to do something to give you some licenses, etc. I have to do something, but let's say that's all set up now. You're empowered to do these things. You have that school. So what you have to do, first step, find 1 or 2 people who are going to be the administrators for that school, right? It could be a teacher, find a teacher or someone who can be the admin for that school. In our case, which is organization. Okay, you want and have them create an account in RoboSensei. You can also create it for them, but the username and the password that they have to create. It would be for the administrators. It's important to have an actually working email. Otherwise, they won't be able to reset their passwords unless someone else can log in and reset for them. So you have those accounts. Find a teacher or someone to do that. Then next step is you create Grace High School org in RoboSensei and assign the admin for the school. This is what you're going to do. So you will create an organization and assign that teacher or teachers as the admins for that school, so that from then onwards they can manage their licenses, etc. And then you will also assign the licenses based on their purchase. You know, they want to get 10 teachers, 100 students, whatever it is, those licenses that you will assign Mr. Adesina from the licenses that you purchased, right? And so you have 1,000 licenses, you can assign 100 licenses from them to one school. Okay, so let us, so as I said here, in order to be able to do this, you need to be a dealer. So we need to have like a dealer licenses and dealer agreements, etc., etc. So let us just see that I'm going to show you from my development site here as an example here. So here I have logged in as a dealer. When I log in, by default, I think you go to the licenses screen, but you can go to the orgs screen. This is the screen that for example, school teachers won't see. Okay, this screen is only visible to the dealers. So I'm a dealer. I'm sitting here and seeing there is a sub-org. There is an organization under me. There are actually 3 organizations under me, sub-org 1, sub-org 2, and sub-dealer org. There's another 3rd organization here. You see this little blue badge here with the tick mark that indicates these organizations, though they are under me, they themselves are have a dealer profile. That means they actually can create schools underneath them, whereas this is actually underneath this org. This is just like a school that they cannot create sub-organization. So when you log in, you can see all your organizations under you. So each organization is a license. So if you want to get 100 schools, so you would then get 100 organization licenses. So in this case here, it is showing me I have 3 more left organizations that I can create. Now that I have 3 more organizations left, I can go ahead and create the organization. So we're going to call this high school. So here we talked about having some teachers register and so that we can make them administrators. We haven't done the registration part. I'll come back there. So here you enter whatever their information, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You enter their address. I'm just going to put my address, but in that case, it's I'll put Nigeria as the country. I don't know, whatever. Oops, so I can now create an organization. I think it will let me create without the admins. I can add the admins later. Yeah, okay. So it wants me to add an admin. Let me see if I have any. So here, when you are here, important to know as a dealer, what you need to know is here So you are creating a new organization. Remember, we talked about user can only be in one organization. So you cannot pick a user from a different organization and make the admin here. So when you open this, this will only show users that are not associated with any organization. So if you were if you had the school administrators create an account, you will see them here. They are not associated with any organization, and you will see their name here. And you should be able to select them. I'm not going to select because I don't know their passwords here. Let's create. Let's just create one user account first in here. Register. Let's say Grace High School admin. Admin, just put this last name. Grace High School admin at gmail.com. Sure, yeah. I'll just say admin at 123. 123. Oops. Yes, high school admin. Okay, I'm not typing it correctly. Admin at 123. I guess that one is not. I hope I am matching now. Yeah. So I've created that account. Now I go back to logging in as I am the dealer. So I go to my orgs. So I create the orgs. We said Grace High School. Can I see the just the admin that we created? We make them the admin for this organization. And you enter all that data, and let's select at least the country. So I have created Grace High School in my portfolio here. And you can see that now I have two more left because I've used one organization. And here I'm also seeing the ID of my organization name, and here sub-organization name and their ID, and who is the parent organization for this. You can see I am the parent for this. Here you see that sub-org1 is the parent for this. And Grace High School, I am the parent because I've created. This one is created by this organization. That's a child of that organization. But sitting here, I can see my immediate children and their children. So I can see my dealers and my schools and my dealer schools. I'll pause here. Just want to make sure you're following this. Any questions?
It's clear. You can, I mean, Can go ahead.
Okay.
It's
Sounds
clear.
good. Okay, so I have provisioned that school. Now what I need to do, I need to, so this is just provisioning the school. That organization is there. We have an admin. You can always go back to edit here and you can add other admins or you can change the admin, etc., etc. But the important thing that you have to do for them to actually be able to use it is give them the license packages that school can use. So you click on this icon. So Grace High School currently has no license packages, right? They have no licenses because we have not assigned to them. So I'm going to assign license packages. So here I am going to see the licenses that I have. Mr. Adesanya, in this case, you will see the licenses that you have procured, right? From that, you can distribute to downward. So I'm going to give them, let's say, a couple of teacher licenses to that school. Assign. So they now have 2 licenses and each license is valid for 100 days. I also want to give them a student license. Couple of, so I want to give them 3 student licenses. Okay, so now I have provisioned their organization and I have given them some licenses and I gave them the admins, etc. Now let us log in as the the admin that we created. I don't remember the. Let's go back here. So this remembers the name, the login name. So here we said what we said, Grace High School admin, right? So we've created their organization and the admin, Grace High School admin can log in to their account. You want that school teacher or someone in their IT to be actually using this account. Okay, so you joined. You are the right now that person that we assigned Grace High Schools. He doesn't have any licenses. Like we talked about, org admin does not need to have any licenses. All they can do is they can manage the licenses. So we've assigned them 2 teacher licenses and interesting. I thought I 3. Looks like I assigned 6 student licenses that they can use to give it to any users. They can also do user import. We talked about. They can import all their students into their class, into their organization. They can also change, put their own logo here. So now that Grace High School, let me see if I can find a logo for the Grace High School. Schools, okay. This is their logo, I think, yeah. Save that. So I can put my own branding here. Select logo, like that. Okay, now I have my own logo there. So for example, if I'm a teacher myself, I can go ahead. I have 2 teacher licenses. I can go ahead and assign one to myself. Right, I have 2 licenses here. I can assign one to myself. So once I do that, if I log out and re-log in, then I will have full suite of menus. Which is a development or test site. It's so slower. Now you can see as a teacher, now I got all the, but I still have access to the licenses, importing users, all that we have seen that, right? So they can get their students in and make assign licenses to the schools, make the assignments, etc., etc. So they can do all those things. So as a dealer, you have just provisioned Grace High School, right? You have provisioned this high school now. That's how you get a new school on board and give them licenses. So you have another school, you can go up to 2 more schools. You can add, and if you need more licenses, you can get them and you can add more schools. How does that look? Is that something that, for example, Mr. Adesena or some of your team can do to, for example, onboard Grace High School? No, you're on mute. I don't know if you're speaking. Okay. Okay, so let's.
Hello,
Yeah.
Are you want me to say something?
Yeah, I was wondering if this process you think that some of your team can do to get schools on board?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's the main process. So once you do this, we saw how to create, how to what the teachers have to do. We covered that already. The other thing that is a powerful capability that we have here is you want to support. There is a question. Somebody says there is some track or something, or I don't know how to import users. Can you please do it for me? So in order to, let's say this Grace High School says, actually, we need your help to import all our students into our school, right? So you cannot do it from here. So that is where the powerful customer support. I don't know if it's in the customer support user comes into picture. With each of your organizations, you will be able to create customer support accounts. So what you do, you don't, you join, this is a customer support account that we have created. So you log in as a customer support. So, so you have now joined as a customer support. You are still seeing the organizations here. You have the Grace School. but the Grace School wanted you to help them with doing some of the activities that they have to do from within their organization. So in that case, you can log into their account as a support person. So in order to do that, what you do is you go here, you say plus. So you're adding a support user to the admin for the organization Grace High School. Are you sure you want to proceed? You say yes, because you need to help them. You say yes. So then it will give you a username and a password. So you simply copy that onto maybe a notepad or something here. Let's see. You copy somewhere and say OK. Now this organization here, you see the service user name. Of course, it doesn't show the password here. You have to note it down, and that password every time is dynamic, right? It changes. So now I have the ability to log into this organization. So I got the username and the password to support Grace School. I go here. Now I have copied that information. I'm going to put here, and I've copied my password. Put here, and I log in. Now you can see I have I'm a service user. Actually, I don't belong to that organization, but that organization is a child organization from me. So I'm able to log into their organization as though their admin has logged in. Now I can, okay, we don't have the user import. We'll add the user import menu. So essentially what you are able to do is you are actually able to do a lot of things for them. If they say, hey, please create me a track. Somebody says, I don't know how to create this track. Can you create me a track? You can go to their organization and create a track for them. Right? This is that. Save. Okay, you need to set the milestones. Before I do that, let me go back and set the robot milestones, blah, blah, blah. Save back. So you are now in the support role and being able to access what they see. You can see their users. You can basically do everything for them, even if they want you to help set up some licenses for some of their students, etc., etc. You can do that. This is from remotely. You can log in to the organization and actually do whatever they want. You don't need to go to their school, and you will be able to do everything for them. So this is a very important capability that you want to know. So once you are done, Kingsley, you have a question?
I didn't have a question. No, I just wanted to say that I think this feature is very, very important and very paramount to the operation of RoboSensei, as dealers, as what we call our own RoboSensei experts. Dixon, I know. Can you unmute yourself? Are you clear with this? I mean, this is a very important one. I mean, I think this is a key thing for everybody trying to run with many schools, and you have to manage their account. Maybe you have a school and the school says, okay, just register. Most of the time, the schools will not want to. The teachers are very busy, so they expect you to be able to do this for them. So Are you
Yes.
clear with what we are saying, or do you need to expand on more? And also the same thing question goes to Millicent as well. We should not just be silent, need some very
Yes.
this area is, and I want your feedback on this, or comment or something. And now, so after you, Dixon, we hear from Millicent.
Okay. Honestly speaking, today's session was a very, very great one, because for me personally, this was something I was looking forward for. That was why I was so silent. Even at a point, my data got exhausted. I had to find a way to get data so I can join in again. And I would say that it's a lot, because I still need to go over the recorded version over and over again so I can actually digest it. But what was said today, honestly, I picked a lot, and it is very, very important for me in person, most especially this last aspect that talked about dealers and how to manage organizations and the rest. So it's a nice improvement, sir. For now, I don't have any question, but I will have to go over the recorded tape once or twice so that I can pick up one or two things where I'm lacking behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's to digest in one swoop, but once you know what features are there, and then, like you said, to review the recording to get familiar, and once you start doing it, get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, Millicent.
Okay. Well, I've been doing follow-up, like I've been listening, and for me as well, I've been doing a lot of jotting. If I could put it in a video now, you see me with my book trying to, jot step by step and all. So I think with my jotting and the recordings, like when I go back to the recordings, I can use my jotting to just, follow up and do practice on it.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Adebanjo, I know you are. We couldn't hear you then. Can we hear you now?
I don't think he's still there.
Thank you. I'm here. So well done, Mr. Kingsley, and well done, our facilitator. Well, it's unfortunate that I didn't start the session with you guys, but then I know that the recorded version will be distributed to us. So that's why I've been silent. I've been trying to, of course, I've been following up on what Mr. Chandra is doing. But I know that by the time, just as Oda said, by the time we go over through the videos, we'll be able to catch up. If there's anything we need to ask, of course, we know where to channel our questions to. I think Mr. Kingsley will be intermediary between us and Mr. Chandra.
Okay.
If there's any need for that.
Okay. One of the fallout from these sessions we're going to be having is we are going to create another group again, and that group will be, you see, we are reducing the number. Numbers are reducing, and the only people that will be in that group with Chandra, with me, are the people we have here now. Okay, so anybody outside here will not be part of that special WhatsApp group. So we're going to create that group, and then we'll be taking it up from there. So the aim is that you guys should be able, by the end of the day, someone like Mr. Adeshina, who does a lot of, training and the rest, and PD, will be able to help us bring teachers under. We're trying to make sure we spread this thing as quickly as possible, the information and how to do, so that we can focus on, further improving the platform. So what we have now is going to be like the core of the core. We believe that with even the materials we have on the site, and this one will be more like, with added to this, that you guys will be able to it will be easier for us to, you can be able to do, troubleshoot for schools. Why I post the presentation, why, I post Mr. Chandra, is because this part is very important to the operation. And that's why I asked the question. And what this feature, I believe, solves a lot of things, as simple as it looks. So you can be able to, like Mr. Adebanjo, maybe I know you are in the school and then maybe you are able to get another school, or since you do a lot of remote teaching, this helps you a lot. This is very key. It's trying to tell you this session, not all the session you have missed, but this session I know you are part of. It's trying to say how you can be able to, assign schools, help the schools create, on board, get their students in and the rest. So this part fits a lot. It does a lot. I know we'll play it over and over again, but I just wanted to stress that this is very important. And then, of course, we're going to take it up from there. So sorry, Mr. Chandra, that I caught you. I just wanted to stress the importance of this feature, which I think is a game changer. So you can go ahead. I yield to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the comment. So with the service user, there's one more step you should do. Once you're done servicing that customer, you want to eject yourself from that organization. So you go back to the customer service account that we originally used to get the credentials. So you go there and we see that the service user is still there. That means this user can log into that organization. So once you're done with your work, you want to remove yourself from that. And that's it. You're out of that organization. And you also free up, so you can get a few service user accounts, the temporary email and passwords that it generates. You can get a fixed number of those. So you want to be able to reuse them. So if you're not using it with an organization, you relinquish that. So that's available for other multiple people. So you could be multiple support people. Then you can log in and get the credentials and support this organization. That is just a cleanup activity. Actually, here also there was previously something that we created. I can move that as well. So that I think is probably the key steps in establishing and supporting the organization. Of course, so there's going to be a little bit of, as you try to create this, so it may be, for example, Kingsley, if we are creating Grace High School, etc., maybe you, me, this group along with Mr. Adesina, we can try to have them create it while we are watching, so we can walk them through actually when they are doing it, and that way we establish it, and that also gives them a hands-on experience.
I think that would be great.
Yes, Mr. Addition already, like what I sent to you, the list I sent to you, Mr. Chandra. Mr. Addition already sent from the competition, the event we attended, and the winners we said we're going to give licenses to. So what you're saying, I totally agree that with Mr. Addition that it would be nice if we can, the next time we'll be meeting, if we can have this group and then have them just create. I know there's Grace High School there. I know there's another school there. There are like 3 or 4. I mean, 5 schools. Central, we counted. I think we counted. How many do we count? 3 or 4 there. Yeah. So it will be good for everybody in here to be able to. Having gone through this video, we can be able to have that session while we see them actually assign that to those schools, real life. Okay. So I agree totally. It's a nice suggestion, and I second that.
Yeah, and also,
can I come in?
Please.
Yeah, and we are expecting the calendar of activities for next year. Like you showed us during the presentation, when are we going to, the calendar for activities, you are going to work on it and you let us know what the calendar of activities is, so that because they are going to resume 8th of January.
Okay.
So they have been carried along. We have sent newsletter to them.
By that time, we will have that information. We are still doing some in-house date confirmation, okay, for some events. So we have that. But what I can tell you, like I mentioned to you, the virtual RoboRave will be the first activity, and to be coming up. We're looking for it will be up in March or April, one of those 2 periods. RoboRave physical will be taking place in October. That's for the true national event. So for the international, the event in California with Chandra, again, we are working on that. Will be Chandra's event will be, last week of July. We'll frame it up. Then there is the RoboRave in Australia as well, the global event as well in Australia, also in July. And then there is the RoboSensei, Robo Test in Estonia, Tallinn. And then there's another event in China as well, China and South Korea. Okay, so we're framing up those things. We want to bring the calendar. We'll bring the calendar out. We'll do that as you have said before they start. Okay, so with that, yeah, that goes for that. That is not part of this.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so the one of the things that we should do, I think, for a smoother implementations is we need to probably collect some data as a planning step to kind of identify. Maybe I'll try to create a template so that says what information we should collect before we start a new organization, maybe the name, their address, the administrator information, etc., so that the onboarding process is smooth and it is clear what roles are there, who's doing what within the organization, how many teachers they have, how many students they have. It's even better if we send them our Excel template itself even before we start the onboarding, to get all the students and teachers names and informations, so that in one stroke we can sit and set up everything, right?
Yeah, I think we can do that. If you get all the templates, is it the same templates we have to register? If you can get an Excel, template, then I could share with Mr. Additional, since he has that information. He can help us get information and more information that we need for that. So yeah, that if we get the template, we can set that up, and that will be good to use for this.
Yes, yeah. So I can send the Excel and any other template. The Excel template is also available if any of you log into your account in the import users menu in case you lose it, but I will email that template as well, Kingsley. I think those are the topics. I think probably already too much for one day. Is there anything else, Mr. Kingsley, that you want me to cover? Are you still on mute?
Sorry. Yeah. So aside from the customer service, or part of it will also be I want some more detail on the Sensei show and more demonstration like you have done, so that I know that's for teachers, but that will be also very important. everything about the Sensei show, since that's more like the classroom stuff. If we have that, we can do that,
Yeah, so I actually have a video for that. I need to enable a few things for it to be available for everyone else. So I will finish that part, before the end of this year, so that that's available to you for anyone to use it.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
We do have a how-to. I think we have a how-to video about Sensei show. If not, I will make sure I make one.
Okay. Okay. Once we get it, we'll definitely put it on the RoboSensei playlist. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this has been interesting. So the next time we'll be meeting is what before we meet again, what we want to achieve is, one, we want to get the template from Chandra so that we can, just get all those information. I think it's more, more to Mr. Additional to get that information and then help us put it in that light, since those are the people we want to use as our demo. And then we want, a lot of people, Mr. Debanjo and Mr. Additional came late, so they didn't start at the beginning. So we like the video. Once we get the video, we can upload. We want to give them time to go through. And then we can just adjourn to same time, next week Saturday, if that will be okay for everybody.
Sounds good to me.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Same time.
Okay. Okay. So,
Okay.
So Chandra, I mean, that makes some sense, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Maybe if we can do maybe 1 hour later, it would be
okay.
Get up at 4:30 a.m.
You got up at 30. Okay, 1 hour later. That's, you mean maybe that would be 3 p.m. Nigerian time. That's okay too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we have to wake you up early, Okay, yeah. So yeah, 1 hour later is okay. That's 3 p.m. So when you're setting it, you just adjust it 1 hour ahead, okay? Setting the invite. Yes. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, we are moving on. There's some serious progress. So after we finish up the next week, then we'll create a group, and then very few of us will be in that group, and we expect to be more channel. So we still have a larger group. We'll keep bringing them up, like a funnel. So, but it's not everything we say in this group that we'll be saying in the other group. That's just the point. The other group lower than this now is a group we were all before, which is a group that dealt with us teachers, so teachers coming in, want to set up, Sensei show, or, they can't register, they talk. So we have that info now, or we'll get that info in the group that we are. So the other ones before we know, because next year we want to do, will be our RoboRave group will now be bringing everybody in from the scratch again, be doing general, intro for everybody, and then, try to just, work them up, particularly leading towards the virtual events, so it's still based on RoboSensei. So we want to throw that webinar out for them sometime in February. Okay, so that so that's just the way. So this, what you hear in this, so if you are in the other group, you can still be there. What I'm saying that what we have discussed here as part the admin, the dealer stuff is not what we're going to be discussing there. So this is a higher level. Okay, so I want to thank you very much, and thank you, Chandra, as well. And yeah, it's except you guys have some comments, more suggestions. I think we are good till next week.
Okay,
yeah,
so
Mr.
Someone has a hand up.
He has muted himself, or he's muted. Maybe he should unmute himself. Mr. Adibanjo, unmute yourself.
Actually, he has his hand up. Maybe he has a comment. No? Okay.
Well, from my own side, I think it has been a wonderful time. Though I came late, but I think this is more of a spectacular one than what we have been having before. So the aspect of the dealer side and the customer support aspects is what makes it more spectacular. So I believe we are still going to go through the video recording, and we have to really get prepared against next year. So thank you so much, Mr. Kingsley and Chandra, for this wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. Adesina. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so we'll get the video. It will be uploaded on the site later in the day. Oh, for us later in the day, you get it once I get it from Chandra, then I will be able to put it up there. And then also for Mr. Adesina in particular, the template. What we just want, the same information you give us, we just want you to just put it in that template that Chandra will send.